Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to Cataclismo. This is a horde survival game. You are playing as a sort of medieval fantasy-ish empire, if you will. You start out with the Citadel. If this thing gets destroyed, well, it's GG and you're done. Currently I'm playing the endless mode, which means you'll be facing endless waves and waves and waves. Each wave that you survive, you gain a couple of points, depending on what tier wave you are, and that allows you to buy additional packs for buildings. It not only allows you to buy building packs, but it also allows you to buy, for example, better troops, such as the Captor, which is basically a guy that throws a net. This slows them down, allowing your potential, for example, archers to take shots at the enemy. Now, I'm playing at the Endless Highlands, which means that I have quite a lot of open territory, and of the resources that I need to find, there seemingly aren't that many, which is not a great start. The way that this game works, you have a couple of resources. One is oxygen. This is something that you gather from air filters. The air filters have to be placed up fairly high. If you don't do that, they simply don't do as much. They're not as effective. You also have a sawmill, which has to be placed fairly close to a tree line. Otherwise, it doesn't generate anything. And we have the quarry. This thing is going to be able to generate stone and minerals. That's the other two resources from these little areas. There aren't great deposits for this randomly generated map, but I guess we'll just have to start with what we have. And I guess focus on a slightly more stone-heavy build, which is not ideal because stone tends to be fairly expensive. I start out with two troops. One is Iris. This is my scholar, basically a powerful mage. The other one is an archer. Just as archery, don't explode in my face, please. Just as archery as you might expect. The threats that you face, especially early on, are these vermin. These are very low health, they're easy to kill. More dangerous if they start approaching in swarms, which they tend to do. The other one's a blister, basically a suicide unit. It tries to detonate in your face, and if they do that, well, that's a lot of damage. If you are able to take them down before that happens, you'll be fine. So I'm definitely prioritizing this guy. And then moving on to this, because this is basically a free oxygen stash that you can pick up, albeit only once. Considering that this is a horde survival game, the start that I have here is fairly awful, because it is an enormous wide open area, and that means it's going to be pretty difficult to defend. My first order of business should be to ascertain and secure a deposit of wood income. Because I don't have that. And without that, I'm going to be very much hard-pressed to build anything out of the, let's say, the wooden materials. Which is most things. So, this... really, this is what I'm getting? At least I'm getting a deposit here. Yeah, I guess this is what we're getting. Okay, so I have to put a sawmill quite close here, but it's out of sight. First, build a beacon. Basically, an expansion to your land claim, if you will. Over here we can see some more bad guys and what seems to be a ruin of some sort. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a brood nest. These things spawn horrors over time when attacked, and they're a sort of zoning out position, not allowing you to build anything there. Unfortunate. This is a slightly dangerous unit. Medium health, they're fast, and they are a bit more healthy than the regular and the weak vermin. The weak vermin have 10 hit points, these have 30, and these guys have 60. So, yeah, they'll probably be able to do some damage. There you go, they just spawned a wave. Sort of. This is going to be fairly bad news. We're going to have to split up a little. And I really can't afford to lose my mage this early on. I mean, preferably not at all. Thankfully, her output is pretty decent. Thank you. Excellent. Okay, that is that beacon built. I can now at least start getting some... Yeah, like an income of 9 wood is fairly low. It's not a great start. Let's start pushing that way, and I'm also going to build a barracks. But for a barracks, you need a couple of other resources, which are citizens. In order to get more citizens, you need a couple of shacks. Something that this game does allow you to do is build these shacks to some extent on top of each other. Which is very nice. I'm going to position these things like so, and then try and stack another house on top of them. Which means that I didn't quite build these properly. Because I believe that if you park them like so, you generate just enough space to throw another house on top of them. It's not the most efficient way to go about it, but I do want to get a couple of settlers early. A couple of workers, if you will. In order to have these people be able to reach up there, you just have to build a ladder. And I can then also put another oxygen generator up there. Because my oxygen generator right now is doing quite well. But the moment that I start getting more houses, more citizens, if you will, it is going to start ticking, well, potentially down a little bit. Yeah, the night's almost here. And in the night is when these bad guys arrive. Oh, no, I'm not gonna fight all that if I don't strictly have to. Units heal themselves, which is very fortunate, considering the rate at which I'm going through health on some of these units. Let's get rid of that. Do we know where the enemy is going to come from? Not yet. Not yet. Now, I need these houses to complete quickly. There you go. Now I have 22 citizens available. And citizens are used to build the barracks. That's going to house 10 citizens, or it's going to require 10 citizens, if you will. So let's put this... yeah, let's put this here. And that's going to allow me to recruit a couple of new archers. Oxygen is dwindling. There we go. I'm currently using a bit too much oxygen, and I probably didn't build this thing properly because... oh, never mind. It's fine. It's plentiful. Now, this is going to require a sort of exit. People need to be able to, I guess, harvest whatever comes out of that thing. Yeah, and here's the problem. I don't have enough wood. So I'm going to have to do this with a stone block. Oh, this is going to suck. I don't have the parts required for this, really. So I'm going to have to do it like this. No, I don't have the space for that yet. Okay, fine. I'll wait and unlock the parts when I get them. The horrors are coming from this side. That appears to be the south. I don't have additional barracks yet. I do have a lot of stone. Considering that they're probably going to just make a beeline this way, we're going to have a little bit of defenses over here, making sure we have at least something to keep my people safe. Somewhat. I mean, it won't be spectacular. I don't even have the ability to build a door yet. But so long as we at least have some sort of fortification, that should allow me at least some defense. Now, the way that this game works, if you have a, I think a wall that's 4 buildings or 4 blocks tall, you're getting a reinforced wall. And that's when that thing changes color as such. So it is very much in your best interests to build these things not just tall, but also in a way that you get the height advantage. Height advantage for archers, I believe, starts at 5. So this means you're going to have to build these things even taller. But I don't really have the resources. Nor can I... Whoops. Nor can I really get up there, because I simply don't have wood to build the ladder. Right. Well, that's fun. In that case, we'll just have to... What? Oh, that's the air scrubber that's complaining. We'll just have to do some forward defense here. Seek out the horde before it comes this way. Come on, people. I don't want that one. They're not strictly part of the horde. There's the horde. The first wave is generally very, very weak. Doesn't do much. Easy to take down with whatever troops you have, basically at the start of the game. Once these guys are gone... Yeah, there you go. Wave 1 defeated. This guy has to go. There you go. I now have a point. I'm going to put that into basic wood pieces. Actually, no. Basic stone pack. Because this is going to allow me to build stairways in a sloping fashion. And because wood income is really bad, but stone is not, I'm just going to start building with stone. It's not ideal, because stone is heavier, of course, and that doesn't mean... Or that means that you cannot build everything in the same, let's say the same fashion as you normally would. No pun intended. But, well, just have to use the resources that you find on any given map. There. One more block here, and we're gonna descend. And now this thing is actually generating resources. There. Let's have a couple... I can't even build the archers because I don't have the resources. Oh god, the thing's gonna blow up. There you go. Alright. I have to find an additional source of wood, because at this rate, I'm gonna be in trouble fairly quickly. That's just salvage, that's a one-time bonus.
Good.
There has to be more wood on the map. I don't accept that this is all that we're getting. Oh, there's another one of those. I'm gonna blow myself up things. Let's get at least 2 more archers out here, because that'll increase my DPS. No.
That's right.
A unit can't reach its destination.
Really? Oh, don't worry about it.
Masks on.
Go on.
A unit
Thank you.
can't reach its destination.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We will prevail.
You're coming with me.
Eyes open.
Right away.
The
Where is the next tree line?
Wet.
Bloody hell, there's no tree anywhere?
Yes.
What sort of a map is this?
Good.
These maps get randomly generated. Yeah, there's a tree line. All the way over there.
For Ogar.
That is very far away.
Masks on.
That means I have to build a lot of defenses. Or build a watchtower around it. See, this is better.
We will
This is a pretty decent amount that I can gather. Alright, let's start building towards that. And just have,
Night is nearly here.
damn it,
Yes,
already?
doing it.
Let's have a sort of roving defense force then. Put a beacon here. And wait until that's complete. Get me another archer. Because that first wave was fine. The second wave is probably not going to be as easy.
I've got this.
They tend to have more folks out there. I'm gonna have another one.
the back for Ogar.
Fortunately, as opposed to, for example, they are billions, they don't attack simply from one side. Or sorry, they don't attack from all sides, they attack from one side most of the time. And this means that you can just, at least early game, relocate everything you have towards the front. Allowing you to just get away with whatever archers you have at that time.
That's right.
Yeah, on my way.
I can also upgrade the archers with a leather bow grip, increasing DPS for them. And, yeah, let's just get that started as well.
Masks
I
on.
now have quite a bit. They are apparently once again coming in from the south. So this time I'm going to wait them out on top of this building here. This is 2... There we go. Very easy stairway. This is not exactly a great fortification, but at least for the time being, it works. Oh, here we go. I'm also running out of oxygen. There doesn't seem to be a downside for that, which is interesting. And, well, of course, I'm going to have to get this thing more oxygen, this whole base of mine, because at this rate, I'll just not be able to build anything else, which is not good. Let's start using these, and this is generally when wood is, well, if you have it readily available, it's a better option, because it's cheaper. At least it feels cheaper, and you can use the stone in order to build actual defenses. I could have built that as a winding staircase, come to think of it. So let's do that. So we're going to have a staircase going like this. And then like that, that way, that way. Just one more. There. All right. Oxygen dwindling. Yeah, don't worry about it. Here we go.
We will prevail.
Okay, people, let's get up on the wall.
We will prevail.
Because if they're coming this way, I want to have at least some defenses. While they try and attack the wall, I'll be able to shoot down upon them. Have at it. Also, during nighttime, you're not actually gathering any resources. So, if your resources are out, well, tough luck.
Low oxygen production.
You're also not gathering any oxygen during the nighttime. Here they come. Have at it. Again, wave 2, not that many units. but you do need to start upping your DPS. Okay, I gained an additional point. Seeing as wood pieces are not exactly going to be that useful, I'm just going to save this point. I might be able to buy something else useful later.
We will prevail.
Now, oxygen is getting generated once again. And I can possibly, if I have enough oxygen, start building a sawmill. But I need 75 for that. I'm getting 82 per minute. So really, I would want more than that. This means we're going to have to build another oxygen scrubber somewhere. Or another air filter. And seeing as they do need to be fairly high up. And they have a sort of exclusion zone with the next one. I'm probably going to have to build this one like here. So I'll have to put some support structures under that. Normally, again, I would use wood for that. But seeing as I have a lot of stone, well, that's what I'm going to use. They instantly get a they get a fortification bonus. Which is not really something you need for an air scrubber. But okay, if the game's going to allow it. Fine. Normally, I would try and have these things work out together. And I might be able to do just that. So that I don't have to take up too much space on the ground. What's the best way to go about that?
Oxygen is dwindling.
Yes, don't worry about it. I don't have the big arches yet. Can I research those? No, you need 2 points for that. Okay, fine. We'll just use the small arches. We'll have to, really. And that means I have to put another one, like, up. Let's just remove all of these things. Okay, remove that one. So these things take up like 2. There. Now I have to build one here and here and there and here. Okay. Now I can have these things get connected and they only use one stairway. That's the plan. Saves you a bit of time. Or saves you a bit of space, really. I don't really like the stone steps, because the stone steps, they are not that stackable. But the other parts that I normally would use, I don't have available yet. So we'll just have to use what I do have available. Which means we're going to have to, once again, try and make this thing fairly small. Here, here, here. There. Okay, now they're both connected. We're low oxygen production. Yes, don't worry about it. I don't have a lot of citizens. Can I even build one? Yes, a sawmill apparently doesn't take any citizens. That is good news. So increase game speed a bit. Wait until we have 75 oxygen and start getting more wood income. Not enough space. There you go. Plentiful. Plus 15. That's excellent. If I park it here, I might even be able to use another one over there. Insufficient resources. Needs more support. Yeah, I'm going to have to expand my my reach a little bit there. And I'll also have to start building additional shacks to make sure I have additional housing. Because that is starting to run a little low. So let's just put another house. Yeah, see, this is when it gets a little puzzly, because I already have an exit there, making it a little inconvenient to place another house there. But for the time being, I can just place it over there. It doesn't have to look pretty, and seeing the vast swath of territory, I should be fine. I should be fine, getting quite a bit of territory controlled there. Yeah, I don't have enough wood for that. Let's increase game speed a bit. That thing's coming up. Can I build spikes yet, or what do I need for that? You also got the bulk air filter. You got warehousing, you got homesteads, which allow you to house more citizens. There's all sorts of upgrades and bonuses that you can research. There's also lanterns, allowing you to see farther into the dark, so at nighttime that's very useful. What I'm trying to get is the spikes, because that tends to be useful to slow people down. Right now, I don't think I have enough. Yeah, claw traps are a bit expensive, and here are the spikes for 2 points. But I believe that those are made out of wood, which, you know, is the resource that I don't have a lot of. Seeing as I do have a lot of stone, and it's, well, it's getting used up, I'm just going to start building additional defenses. Because once it's full, it's not like it stores it anywhere else. So, might as well. No, not there. Bit more. It's not a great spot to build it, but, well, it's fine. Let's start staggering these things a bit so that if they take out one block underneath it, the whole thing doesn't come crashing down. I know some people like to use the single blocks. I haven't found that to be that useful. I personally do like the bigger blocks because it seems that they have relatively more health, but I might be mistaken on that. One more there and another double there. I can still use that staircase, so I'm not concerned about that. Okay, speed up time a little bit. We need a bit more. I'm only getting 31. Look at that, 88 versus 31. Okay, let's start building another city light here. Yeah, we'll just have to be fairly aggressive with the expansion here and hope that the roving guards can deal with all that. Gentlemen, lady, over here. There is another... What? Oh, there. Lovely. Sometimes they sort of randomly wander in. As long as they're just, like, one by one, they don't do that much damage, so they're not that concerning. The moment that these guys start stacking, that they start getting more and more numerous, that is when this gets more interesting. This... So what's under attack? That's something that the game can do a better job at, as far as I'm concerned. The wall?
We will prevail.
Yeah, they're attacking the wall. Okay, fine.
For Ogar.
Come on. There you go.
That's right.
Night's nearly here, isn't that lovely? I do need one more unit of wood so I can get another archer. Okay. At this point, maybe I can get another sawmill deployed. Plus 8. Plus 13. There you go. Start getting that. What's under attack? The wall again?
Prevail.
Fine. That next archer that comes out of that, I'm going to post them up on the wall. So I don't constantly have to keep patrolling here. Should save me a bit of time. And then with the additional wood income, I'm going to be a little safer. But we're still not exactly out of the woods. No pun intended. There is additional wood supplies in there, but there's also that lair. My stone income, or my stone supply is full again. So let's just start deploying another wall here. Better have it and not need it, than the other way around. I just need a wall, so that if something starts coming in from this way, I'll be able to defend it. There is a gap here, and they can climb. So I should have expanded this thing a bit farther. Whatever, it's not exactly a permanent wall. We'll be able to fix this thing as we get along. Reinforce it to level 4. Put a block here. And then somewhere along the middle, we're going to be able to flow up. Using that staircase. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Alright, that new archer done yet? Yes, he is. Alright, you're gonna stay here. Because they do seem to be very happy to attack there every single time. Wood income 44. Progress. Already got the upgrade. And nighttime is pretty much here. By the looks of it, they're still gonna come in from the south.
The horrors are coming.
So up on the wall, people.
I'm on it. Where to?
Man the walls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Huh? Doing it.
Considering I still have a decent amount of stone, I could start getting additional walls. Like an extra layer in front of it. that can just delay the horrors a bit more. Alright, let's have it out then. Where are they? I really would like additional archers. Unfortunately, you're also at a military cap. I currently have 6 out of 10. So if I want to expand that, I'm going to have to do an upgrade. Those tend to be expensive. If you want to get that, especially in the endless mode, you're going to have to get, I think it's the headquarters upgrade. Allowing you to get more, yeah, here, increased military cap, +2. So that's 2 points in order to get more troops, but I don't know how much. Yeah, see, these waves are definitely getting bigger. Archers should have it. But if they are able to get to this point, they'll be able to go through. So with the last bit of stone that I have, I'm going to build an additional wall here. If you are at the point where they just, let's say where they're about to breach, you can't reinforce. They're going to say, nope, sorry, the horrors are too close, you cannot build there. Yeah, they should have this. Defend, defend, defend. Job done. Points obtained, 1. Excellent. So, what do I want to get with that? I'm thinking spikes. Although, with the amount of wood income that I have, that might not be enough. I can also get a window pack. These windows allow you to get better range on your archers. And they're, let's say, the first step into the direction of building out a more fortified tower. Pumping air filters, no. Intake ducts. An inflow pipe, increasing the rate of oxygen production. I'm not really struggling for oxygen at the moment. Airtight insulation. I can get the increased milk cap. I don't feel like I need that quite yet. Rope bridges. Yeah, that might be useful. To just start tying buildings together. No, I'm gonna get the lobber instead. A lobber is a basic infantry unit. They start just throwing stuff down onto targets. They are, as they say, critical when facing enemies in huge numbers. But they do an area of effect attack. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys with this first episode. You can see that we have a lot of area to defend. And right now, we don't really have the resources nor the troops to do that. So join me in the next episode, and let's see how far I can get then. Hope you enjoy the game. If you want to get it yourself, link down below in the description to the Steam page. It's not that expensive, and, well, I'm having quite a lot of fun with it. So if you do like it, have a go. Try it yourself. Link down below. Thank you for watching. See you guys soon for the next.